Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua that they're listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom, and may you be of the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi. Yahawah being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. By Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahawashi being the only begotten Son of Yahawah, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. All right, and this lesson is titled, Y'all Don't Hate the Player, which is the Israelites. You hate the game. And who is the game? Yahawashi Yahawashi. All right. And the reason why I say this, all right, because you got a lot of people that have this envious, jealous nature about them when the Israelites are on the scene and we bringing out this word, okay? Because they hears what we're saying, you know, we are the children of Israel, we are the children of Yahawashi Yahawashi, all right? We are descendants of Jacob. All right, the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native and Seminole Indians, the true people of Yahweh Yahawashi, right, the Israelites of the Bible, and they get this jealous, envious type of spirit on them, you know, and they get upset with the prophets. What you mad at the prophets for? Okay, that's like somebody going into a store, all right, and you buy a product, or you're in the middle of purchasing a product, and you know you see one of your canned goods got a dent in it, and you're trying to tell the cashier who just works there, you know, give me a discount on this. He doesn't have the power to give you a discount. That's got to come from the manager. And so me, the whole time, you cussing out the cashier, and the cashier can't do nothing about it. Or you go to a hospital, and a certain procedure has to be done, or a protocol, and you yelling at the nurse or the receptionist. The whole time you got a problem with the doctor and the nurses, you know, not the receptionist, but you snapping on the receptionist as if the receptionist got anything at all to do with what needs to be done. The men of the Lord are literally just bringing out this word, right? We didn't choose Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai chose us. He chose the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native and Seminole Indians to be his people. Okay? That ain't got nothing to do with the prophets. All right? I don't care if you're a heathen or a two-thirds. You two-thirds, y'all got a problem with it as well. How you got a problem with being called an Israelite, but you ain't got no problem at all being called black, nigger, Negro, so on and so forth, spick, right? Beaner. Y'all ain't got no problem. Engine. Y'all ain't got no problem being called these things, but soon as we call you an Israelite, because that's what you are, you got a problem with it. That shit don't make no sense. But it does at the same time, because you were made to be blinded by that. You were made to not know these things. All right. So anyway, that's what this lesson is based on. Right? Y'all don't hate the player, you hate the game. You don't hate the Israelites. You hate Yahweh Shai, who is up over us. This is Psalm 33 and 12. It says, "Blessed is the nation whose God is Yahweh Shai, and the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance." All right? Personal pronoun. All right? Let's get the definition of personal pronoun. Salakia for this hyena in the background. Personal pronoun. Personal pronoun definition. All right, it says a personal pronoun, which is a noun, of course. And what is a noun? A noun is the person, place, or thing. All right. It says a pronoun designating the person speaking, I, me, we, us, right? the person spoken to, you, or the person or thing spoken about, he, she, it, they, him, her, them. A pronoun, which in English refers to one or a combination of the following. Any pronoun with an antecedent standing in as the subject or object of a verb. All right, so we understand that. All right, possessive. Okay, so it says here, Psalm 33:12, blessed is the nation. Who is that nation? Israel. What do they consist of? The Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native, and Seminole Indians. Blessed is the nation, Israel, whose God is YAHAWAH, and the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. You see that? So he chose us, man. Okay, so we the wrong ones that you barking up against, and that's cool. You know, every story has a villain. Every movie got a villain, right? It just so happens that you look at the prophets as the villain. Whole time, anybody that's opposed of Yahawashi is the enemy of the cross. You are the true villains. But hey, the scripture says, woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. And that's how it is, man. All right. This is Psalm 135:4. All right. And this precept lines up right along with Deuteronomy 7:6. Deuteronomy 14:2. It says, for Yahawashi hath chosen Jacob unto himself. See this? And Israel for his peculiar treasure. He didn't choose the Chinese man. He didn't choose the Japanese man. He didn't choose the French or the German, the Scottish. Oh, he damn sure in the fuck didn't choose the Amalekites, which are the ones that call themselves the U-wishes. Okay? He damn sure didn't choose them. He chose them to be an enemy to him. All right? Forever and ever. All right? Amalek is the grandson of Esau. Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white race. They are the true enemies of Yahawashi. But anybody that holds true to Esau's side and his ways and his doctrines, you're an enemy as well, right? Because you're walking contrary to Yahawashi. All right? So this is Isaiah 41:8. It says, matter of fact, let me get this. Let me do this. You know what I'm saying? It's Isaiah 41. And I'm going to read, let's see. This is Isaiah 41:8. And I'm going to read it in the King James and the New Living. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Right? And New Living Translation, it says the same thing. It says, but as for you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, my chosen one, descendant from Abraham, my friend. You see that? Let's go on to the word servant. All right? The interlinear. Servant. Abed. Slave. A servant. Manservant. Subjects. Servants. Worshippers of the Most High. The only ones that's going to be worshiping Yahawashi are the Israelites. Right? Out there on the highways and hedges. Also making these electronic epistles. All right? It says servant in special sense as prophets, Levites, etc. Because the Levites were what we call today as the Haitians. Right? They were the of the priesthood. Right? Moses, Aaron, and his line. Okay? But after the order of Melchizedek, any of the tribes can be a priest. Okay? It says servant of Israel, servant as form of address between equals. See that? And go to the root word of this word. To labor, work, do work. See that? Serve of subjects, to serve the Most High, to serve with Levitical service. You see that? God damn, this fucking hyena, Joe. Shut up. I don't want to freaking hear that shit, bitch. Let's see, oh, right. So, point being, we are possession of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, right? He chose us. Of all the nations that he has created, all right, he has chosen one to be his people. That's the Israelites. Nobody else. Just Israel. All right. And let's see what else we got. Isaiah, nope, Jeremiah 51:19. Ooh, let's do that as well. Jeremiah 51 and verse 19. I'm going to read again in the King James and the New Living Translation. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, right? Because Israel, the Israelites, the former of all things, everything that's ever been created, we did that. All right. We make sports look good. We make food taste better. We bring life to the party, as it were, because we are the salt of the earth. All nations want to be like us, either consciously or subconsciously. They do their damnedest to be just like us. They influenced by us. Why? Because we are the children of the Most High, man. Right? Israel just do everything better. The whole world knows this, man. But that's why they have that envious / jealous nature about them. Okay? The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. YAHAWASH of hosts is his name. You see that? Now, New Living Translation, Jeremiah 51:19. But the Most High of Israel is no idol. He is the creator of everything that exists. See that? Including his people, his own special possession. YAHAWASH of heaven's armies is his name. See that? He chose Israel, right? Now let's go into the interlinear of that word. Israel for his inheritance. Nachala. Nachala. Nachalal. Right? Possession, property. Ooh. Inheritance, heritage, property. Portion, share, inheritance, portion. Go into the root word of that. Nachal. Nachala. It says to get as a possession, acquire, inherit, possess, to take possession, inherit, to have or get as a possession or property, to divide the land for possession, to acquire testimonies, right? Figuratively, to divide for possession, to possess oneself of, to give as a possession, to cause to inherit, give as an inheritance, to be allotted, be made to possess. That would be Israel, right? You see that? The portion, Jeremiah 51:19, the portion of Jacob is not like them, right? Because all these, he don't claim all these other nations. He's not dealing with them, right? It says, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh Bashem Shai of hosts is his name, right? So it ain't the Israelites that you got a problem with. You got a problem with Yahweh Bashem Shai, all right? And that's fine. Again, all movies, all plots got to have a bad guy. Y'all see us as a bad guy, but we're not the bad guy. You know, when that siren goes off for a fucking tornado, you don't think it's a bad siren. You're grateful for that siren to give you a heads up, give you a warning. Well, guess what? The prophets are doing the same exact thing. All right? We're not doing anything different than that siren. We're doing the same thing. All right? And Whoever's giving you warning by using that siren, they're doing what? They're on their watch. They're watching that radar to see what the weather's going to be. You know, rather every few minutes, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15, every half hour, every hour. Okay, but they're definitely every day they are watching this. That's their job. This is the Israelites' job, the prophet's job. Okay, I'll give you an example of that. All right, this is the Ezekiel. Matter of fact, let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. See that? We're just standing upon our watch. Because we are the watchmen, right? We watch and see what's going on in the news. We see what's going on with the weather, as far as like earthquakes in diverse places and so on and so forth. That's what a prophet does, man. Right? And reading that in the New Living Translation says, I will climb up to my watchtower and stand at my guard post. There I will wait to see what Yahawashi says and how he will answer my complaint. You see that? So we're just doing our job, man. We're just standing upon our watch. All right. And you can get that again. This is Ezekiel 3, and I'm gonna start at 17. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, right? The house of the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native and Seminole Indians. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me, right? And New Living Translation says, Son of man, I have appointed you as a watchman for Israel, right? Israel, not these other nations. We are to watch and see what's going on and give warning unto Israel, the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native and Seminole Indians. Now, anybody listening to these outside of Israel, all right, they're considered the true Gentile, right, the heathen. Hey, and then all they gonna do is hear about their judgment. All right. It says, whenever you receive a message from me, warn people immediately. Immediately. That's what we do. Just same thing with the siren, right? So when that person looks on the radar, the Doppler, the radar or whatever, right? Because the meteorologists watching their their radars and such. What do? As soon as they see something bad, they brr, brr. This is a public, this is a public service announcement. Warning, warning, tornado in the area between so and so hours. High winds up to so and so. You see, they give you the full detail. The same thing the prophets do, man. You don't get mad at the meteorologist or the siren going off, so why you get pissed off at the prophets? Because you're not hearing what you want to hear? Oh, fucking well, man. See or see not. Prophesy deceits. No, man, we going to give it to you in the raw, man. We going to tell you what it is, not what it ain't. All right? And you just going to have to deal with it. Because, hey, look, man, when Yahawashi give that green light to Yahawashi, shit ain't going to be all fucking roses, man. I am not come to send peace, but a sword. Yahawashi is coming back with a sword, man. This ain't gonna be fucking show and tell. He's coming back to lay waste, man. Okay? So it's better for us to give it to you raw than for us to give you some fucking Joel Osteen type of advice, or coming at you in that type of spirit. Right? So you just full of fucking rainbows and unicorns and clouds and shit. Whole time the scriptures is fucking full of sorrow and angst and woe. This ain't no bedtime story, man. It's not a feel good book. I mean, there's moments in there, of course, victories and such, but the scriptures is full of woe, man. It's to get your mind straight as far as fearing Yahweh Shai and what he can and will do to your ass if you don't follow his lead. You see? And look, as simple as that. If you don't want to take his lead, then you can't be helped. Right? You can't help somebody that don't trust and believe in your lead. You can't. What's the point? If they can't trust you. They don't take heed to your leadership. Then you got to let them go. You got to let them go. You got to let them do what the fuck they gonna do, because hey, we following Yahawashi, and if you can't get with that, then it's, sayonara, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All right. But that's pretty much the point, man. All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word and truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Stay prayed up, repent, and abab abal. Kwame Yasharella, Shalom.